大家好，欢迎收看今天的节目。在今天的节目当中，我们将继续探讨贝克特的 Not I。在今天要分析的片段当中，着重探讨的是女主人公内心的恐惧。我们都知道，人有各种各样的恐惧，最大的恐惧莫过于面对死亡。有一位哲人曾经说过，人对于死亡的恐惧是人类追寻生命意义的根本原因。比如莎士比亚笔下的麦克白，在人生的末期所产生的一种厌世情绪，实际上就是恐惧的一种延伸。在他经历过一系列的谋杀的恐惧、幻觉的恐惧以及罪恶的恐惧之后，他说出了那段经典的独白 ：Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable recorded time。明天，又一个明天，又一个明天，一天天偷搬着这种琐碎的脚步，直到有时间记录的末一个音节。我们的昨天，全部给傻子们照明了入土的道路。熄了吧，熄了吧，短蜡烛。人生只不过是个走影，可怜的演员在舞台上摇摆了、暴跳了一阵子之后，就没有下落了。然后让我们回到 Not I。贝克特的 Not I 当中，他对于恐惧的描述呢，就会更加的直接。这里面对于恐惧的这种表现形式，表现在女主人公在中风之后，她认为这是一种对她的惩罚。然后呢，观众呢就仿佛进入到她的一种混乱的意识流当中，随着她的这种回忆和文字不断的闪回她过去的创伤。我估计啊，这个在舞台上的一种冲击力可能会更强。那么，就让我们一起进入今天的对话。着凉，
着凉，
着
凉，
着凉。
着凉。
Yeah.
Where's the thing gone?
Your phone is there.
So we have a mouth,
Yeah.
and the mouth starts to recount very briefly in sort of a way that's a bit almost like, I don't know, Charles Dickens' novel, her history. Her history is she's born into this loveless world. Father leaves, mother leaves.
No love at all.
No love at all in some kind of institution, and is basically silent, and nothing happens until 60. Oh no, hang on, 70. Out in a field. It's spring. We know that's April because that's when cowslips come up. Gathering cowslips, and
Stroke.
she has a stroke. Yeah,
Okay.
and that's it.
Insentient, for she could still hear the buzzing, so-called, in the ears, and a ray of light came and went, such as the moon might cast, drifting in and out of cloud, but so dulled, feeling so dulled, she did not know what position she was in. Imagine what position she was in, whether standing or sitting, but the brain, what? Kneeling, yes, whether standing or sitting or kneeling, but the brain, what? Lying, yes, whether standing or sitting or kneeling or lying, but the brain still in a way, for her first thought was, oh, long after, sudden flash, brought up as she'd been to believe with the other waves in the merciful God. Her first thought was, oh, long after, sudden flash, she was being punished for her sins.
Punished.
Doing okay so far?
Yeah, I think so. She's trying to recall the memory of how she gets stroke, kneeling or standing or sitting. What is the position?
Well, she doesn't know. So she's walking in the field,
Finding flowers. And then...
Suddenly she has this stroke, and all has gone out, except not quite all, because there's a buzzing in the ears and a light. But she doesn't know what position she's in. She doesn't know whether she's fallen over or knelt, fallen backwards or sitting. And that's very absurdist. Like, it's an interesting thing, because that's the sort of essence of absurdism, is you get very, very interested in a very minute kind of question, and then examine it as if it was a big philosophical question. So it's like, and it's funny, you know, and it's funny that the character is trying to keep going, and there's this sort of interference from another part of her consciousness saying, you may have been kneeling rather than sitting.
It's like, well, if a brain is working like that,
yeah,
get crazy, people.
Yes, well, I think this character is arguably a little bit
crazy.
And then we have the brought up as she had been to believe with the other waifs. A waif and stray means that she was brought up in an orphanage.
Oh.
And as I say, probably, I mean, almost certainly in a Catholic orphanage by nuns, probably, and a very, very Christian background. I mean, all of this is brilliant with Beckett, isn't it? He's holding it, like other people would make a whole story about that. They would write a play about a child who was abused when she was in an orphanage. But with Beckett, it's like that much. You get that. I mean, this is the thing about the reduction. You get the entire biography in a half a dozen words, really. But if you know the context, and people watching this play in the 1970s, well, it's interesting actually. In some ways, people would probably know the context even better now.
I feels like when you're saying that, it just like make me feel like feel like this. It's like clowning.
Well, it is like clowning.
It is very like clowning. I remember that when I was doing my piece of clowning, because my English was not that good at that period of time, when we asked to write a piece of the clown.
Lambda.
Not in
Art
Ed. I wrote something like that because I can't write something I think is because the teacher asked us to write in poem, but I can't write very kind of rhythmic poem in English, so I write step, ... step, and just make like the sound and the like one with one vowel in the word, and just like make the word together in order to express my feeling of autumn. And then the teacher said, "That's brilliant." And then he said to the head, when we are doing our reflection of acting session, he said I was a natural clown. I was a natural.
Who was he?
Forgot his name.
So the person tries to remember what position they were in, and there's this weird thing about light, and then there's the great Beckett joke, in a merciful God. Ha 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 ha. Because God is not merciful. And then this stuff's more complex. Do you understand this? First thought was, long after, sudden flash, she was being punished for her sins.
When she got stroke.
Yes.
The first thought came in her mind is, I am punished by my sin, so I get stroke.
For my sins.
For my sins, so I get stroke.
Yes. And in English, the word stroke literally is to do with being struck.
Hit. By God.
By God. What is it in Chinese?
中风.
中风.
I think so. Hey Siri, what does stroke mean in Chinese?
Not what does it mean? How do you say it?
Yeah, 中风.
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 Obviously, I'll survey this one.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I get it. Something like that.
中风. No, 中风 is related to wind.
Oh, more wind.
As well.
Wind in the brain.
Wind.
Wind.
We're a bit hit by wind.
Wind strike.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like also wind. Similar. Because wind, breath, qi is related to kind of spiritual world.
Yeah, definitely. So okay, but not punishment as such.
Well, it kind of affects the balance of the qi in your body, like what happened to me today. I catch a cold.
Yeah, because you have a virus.
Not virus, but wind.
Virus. Maybe bacteria.
No.
Okay.
No, it is just like catch a cold. It's just like 着凉. 着凉了.
It's catch a cold.
Cold.
And stroke is 中风.
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 Yes.
And cold is
着凉.
着凉.
着
着
凉.
凉.
着凉.
着凉.
Yeah.
How she was, and then we have her thought, is she being punished? And what do you think? Is she being punished?
No.
No. Why would she not be being punished? Well, either God is merciful or
Oh, because she 中风啊。中风 means hit by wind. Wind never punish people.
wind never punish people.
Yeah.
Yeah, or God doesn't exist.
The world of the play.
Maybe God doesn't exist.
Okay.